Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Nerds R Us show. I am your host, Saturn's Breezy Hero, along with my co-host.
So much dope smoke, Tremel Jones. Y'all know what it is.
We are here live for episode 7 of the show, the Manga / Comics edition.
It's lit, baby. It's lit. Y'all see what's going on. I know y'all see it. So.
Personal collections up here.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff right here on display today. Hope you guys can actually see some of the stuff that is up here. We got a bunch of stuff up here. Not gonna lie, we do got a bunch of stuff up here. We got some comics up here. We got some manga up here. We got some light novels up here. We got a little bit of everything up here, man.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything. You know, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and let our guests introduce themselves.
Ladies first.
To my right, we have
Mani Monet, aka Littlefoot Grove LLC's owner.
I'm always
Okay. It's nice to have you back.
It feels
Nice
good to be back.
We appreciate you.
We
Talking about manga, bookworm at the table. So I'm excited to get into it.
Okay.
Pull up at your local Barnes and Nobles.
I'm screaming. Yeah, I got you.
All right. We got another returnee, man. My brother on my left side. Go ahead, introduce yourself, man.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Satoru freaking Gojo. No, I'm just playing. This your man AG Star, aka 3 times if you let me, aka Let Him Cook, aka Sanji, and once again, all the nerds, weirdos, geeks, creeps, and black sheep out there, I'm your brother. Much love to you. Be the best you can be. What's up?
All right, man. All right.
I like that energy you bring it. I see that pre-talk.
Hey, yeah,
I like that energy.
I love
that pre-talk.
right
I like
there.
that. That energy you bring it.
Gotta do the horn. And then
You said stop the horn.
No, I said I love the horn. I ain't gotta do it today.
I got you.
And then, of course, we are brought to you live here today by the Swiss Army knife of visuals, the GOAT Ninja himself. Oh yeah, Mr. Delshawn Price.
Mr. Alien.
Yeah.
Y'all probably can't hear me. I'm working on the audio. I'm sorry. Video
But yeah,
audio
man.
is complicated. Man.
That's my boy, man. Go ahead. Where can they find you at, bro? Let them know.
It's akpro.com. Not yet, but on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, the Mall Squad, you can find me. Or reach out phone number on any of the socials. We live. Yeah. We got a deal going $100 an hour for these podcast episodes.
$100 an hour.
Once again,
get your podcast.
If y'all didn't have my man, he is on multiple social media platforms. Come get this deal while y'all can get it. If y'all don't get it now, you're gonna miss out. The work always gonna be here, and it's gonna be just as good, 100%. But right now, we got deals for you, and if you don't take advantage, we don't understand why.
Well, all right. So let's get into it.
I want to do a little. Y'all both returnees. We're gonna be a little extra. Pick a number 1 through 10. That's who's gonna go first.
8. You said 8? 6.
Go first now.
Okay.
All right. So, our first question of the day: what got you into manga?
Honestly,
Doubly.
I'm gonna segue into that.
Okay.
I was just being funny.
But no, I mean, like I said before we start rolling, I've always been a bookworm, so I took frequent trips to like my school library, especially in middle school. I had a really great librarian who always put me onto some gas. Yeah. Like it didn't matter what it was, and then she put me onto the Bone series as a kid. So that kind of started my graphic novel, comic kind of way. But then I met my husband, and he introduced me to the wonderful world of anime, and I found out manga exists. And it's just been up from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I'm addicted.
Do you remember the first one that you got to read?
The first manga I read was
it Fire Force?
No, it was JJK. I got into JJK.
It was Black Clover.
Oh, you know what? No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. It was Black Clover. Yep, it was Black Clover.
Because you couldn't finish it. And that's why you started getting books.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, so I can't digitally read, like how people have Nooks and all these like Kindles and shit. I can't do that. I need physical copies.
No, I swear to God.
I need tangibleness.
Okay.
And I read through them like water. Like Hell's Paradise, I'm purposefully taking my time.
Please don't set him up to bother me about these series, these books.
That's that shit though.
I mean, you can ask
bring you
him.
the
Like
book,
I have stacks and stacks of mangas. Like
You just told me don't.
like I said, I'm addicted. It's
I love it.
honestly, it's just, you know, you're bored one day, you know, you want something to do, you can't really get into a book. It's like, pick up a manga, bro. That shit will like change your life.
Scratch that itch.
For real.
Alright. And how about you, sir?
Would you like a repeat of the question?
No, I know the question.
Okay.
To fully answer that, I would simply put my mom. I love you.
Shout out to mom.
She put me on Batman the animated series. That's one of the first like actual like, you know, comic book character based shows I've ever seen. As a child, I had no concept of Batman being someone that was from a book. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, faithfully every Saturday she would watch it with me and stuff. And I loved all that stuff, like Killer Croc and all this stuff. I'm like, man, these guys are really cool. This is awesome. And then one day, because you know how back when you're a kid, my show's over, let's change the channel. One day it stayed on, and Superman the animated series came on after that. I said, Mama, who is that? I said, Mama, who is that? She said, oh, that's Clark. Don't worry about it. Because she's a huge Batman fan. She's Batman snob, absolutely. She is one of those, yes. She is, Batman beat his ass. She's one of them. And she's like, don't worry about Jerry Curlhead, dude. Don't worry about that. I'm like, wait a minute, he fighting robots and stuff. And she's like, well, yeah, man, he in DC. I'm like, what is a DC? And she's like, Detective Comics, man. I'm like, these are people from the comic book stuff? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, that's so cool. She's like, yeah, it's like Marvel and all that. I'm like, what is a Marvel? And she was like,
no, that's a dope translation from like the stuff in the books is on the TV.
Yeah, dude, I didn't understand. I saw these guys every Saturday morning. Bright colors, people getting beat up. This is awesome. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Respect.
And she's like, yeah, you know the X-Men, all that stuff you watch, and Spider-Man, all that stuff. I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's Marvel. I'm like, so there's other guys that are like have powers and wear capes and do shit. I'm like, yo, that's fucking hard. And back in the day, for you Kankakins, back when that shit wasn't a U-Haul Center and it was Eagle. There was these things for the younger crowd. There was these things we used to subscribe to before YouTube channels called magazines. There was a magazine out there in Eagle, right in the back by like the toilet paper and the paper towels. I remember that specifically. And we were walking down that one day grocery shopping, and I saw a Batman and Nightwing comic, and I said, Mom, can you buy me this? She's like, yeah, I can get you that. That's fine. I was like, sweet. I'm like, but who is Nightwing? Who's that guy? And she was like, that's Robin. I'm like, what do you mean that's Robin? Dude, I flipped shit. I'm like, they
that
grow up
so
in it?
Cute.
I'm like, they get older? I'm like, yo, bro. It was
continuity.
Crazy. Bro, it blew my mind, bro. And then we leaving the aisle. I looked down and I saw a Marvel tag. I'm like, oh, that's the other people. And I saw Mighty Thor. And I'm like, who is this? And my mom was like, oh, dude's really strong, but I ain't buying you two. Let's go. So, yeah, that's how it started.
Okay, okay.
That's how it started.
Beautiful intro.
All right.
Sorry if that was a little winded. I like to talk.
It's cool. I'm fucking with it. Man, real quick, Anthony, fuck you, man. This the second time I done got called a motherfucking singing today. I do not look like them. Damn.
Hey. Now for real, here you chigger. Don't even.
You know, I don't even fuck with the whole Jews like that.
Don't disrespect us.
We ain't even finna get into this. We ain't finna get into this episode.
And that's why y'all had to die.
We ain't finna get into this episode.
Whoa.
That's for next one, ain't it?
Yeah, we'll get into that later. So, what are
Fuck,
3 of your favorite series?
Damn.
You go ahead.
Okay, so only one of mine is actually on the table, and it's this guy right here. I knew that was gonna happen. But it's the red book with the fun red guy that looks like
Sabakui Bisco.
yeah, his name's Bisco. Love him. Case Study of Vanitas and Mushishi, which is it's actually an older kind of manga.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, manga's literally the grandfather of all the bright colored ass beating shit. I tell people that shit all the time. If it wasn't for manga, we didn't have newspaper comics or regular comics. That's real life. That's why I always respect it. But my answer to that, 2 of mine are up here, actually. Right there in the back, one of the greatest pieces of literature ever written, Daredevil Born Again. And that one there, also on the Times Magazine list of 100 greatest literatures ever written, Watchmen.
Yeah.
And my third would be Green Lantern Corps' Blackest Night.
Fire.
That all 3 of those, for people who read comics or are into supervillains and superheroes and stuff, that should be kind of self-explanatory. But Daredevil Born Again changed the game as far as like storytelling with a crime fighter. It made Daredevil extremely grounded, and the reason why he's even cool is because of Mr. Frank Miller. So shout out to him. And Alan Moore, his pen is just ridiculous, and Watchmen and as a whole really made people. Watchmen was one of those first comics that made people think, damn, when you think about it, these guys literally are just a bunch of people with PTSD that put on a mask because of something that happened to them, and they take it out on people that they think are bad. It's like, yo, that doesn't sound like a hero, bro. Like, Alan Moore made you think about that when he made Watchmen. And that shit cold. As opposed to, you're a bad guy, knocked you out. End of story. Like, nah. Change the fucking game. And Blackest Night, come on, man. The entire emotional spectrum was at war, and then Death was like, "Oh, I'm stronger than all y'all." So,
yeah, I love Blackest Night.
Dude, Blackest Night was hard.
That was fire.
Like, that's one of the sci-fi adventure type action stuff. Yeah, that's one of the best DC ones
I
ever.
personally feel like if DC really wanted to make a really hard push on trying to come back into the movie realm, Blackest Night will get them there. If they do it right,
James will make it too funny.
It'll get them there.
James
it can't. It can't be funny.
It can't be James.
You know what I
funny.
think a flip shit on his head that we really should be doing if Hollywood was smart?
What's up?
Villain stories. Like pure,
More like
pure villain stories.
Yeah.
Like no flip on him losing, none of that.
I dig that.
Like
I dig that.
Let's like do the whole Colossus and Death story. Not Colossus. I'm sorry, I said the wrong person. When what's her name was trying to get with Lady Death, and he had to kill his older self. The younger one killed his older self because he was basically simping for death, and he realized like I don't want to be no bitch ass nigga like him. So he went back in time and like you cease to exist. And she had to tell that nigga like, yeah, you lost, bro. He won, and then the nigga evaporated.
On
shit is cold.
I think a really good one would be a Deadshot movie. A Deadshot movie would do DC very well. I feel like that would because he's become more popular since Will Smith did it and the Suicide Squad.
Hell yeah.
So that would be kind of fire.
It will do him justice.
Yeah.
They could give him a series and all of them.
Say what you want about that movie, bro, but yo, like Margot and fucking Will kind of made that shit, bro. Like
no, they did.
That shit was hard.
Yeah.
No, they
all
did.
All scenes were cold. Like I don't care what nobody said. Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So, do you guys prefer the comics or the manga as opposed to regular books? So would you rather, because you're on the more so on the manga spectrum of things, would you rather read that or would you rather read a regular book? And I know this one's gonna be rough for you because you're a bookworm. You like it all.
So, which leads me to say, to be completely honest, I'm 50-50 on that spectrum. just because I love a good novel. I just love stories. As a kid, I just
Devil's Advocate. The other one don't exist. Which one you picking?
Huh?
what?
If manga didn't exist, or if real books didn't exist, which one are you picking? Like, which one you have to be stuck with
But you
the
said
rest of your life?
You said they don't exist. Though.
It's a hypothetical question.
It don't make sense.
It makes sense.
Oh God! I guess then if I had to, I would choose manga. If I had to, and the other one, just only simply
To
because.
reform the question for you, if you had to choose only real books
or comics
for the rest of your life, you couldn't read the other one.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm.
way better. Thank you. What? I'm just saying.
I understand. You needed a better process. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I only say that because shit changed my life. In the sense of like, cause honestly, growing up, I read mostly novels.
Same.
Like, my mom really wasn't like keen on me getting books with pictures, cause she like that was too easy for me.
Yeah.
That was way too easy for me.
Yeah.
I had a really high reading level as a
Okay,
kid.
they very
and
stimulating.
She was like, yeah, no, you gonna read a real book, and I always found some. I always feel like I always found some crack though. So it was like I never was like a lose for me, but I was definitely interested because it's like look at the covers, like they got bright colors, it's crazy stuff going on. You look at that as a kid and be like, bro, like I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. Like that looks very interesting.
Definitely a lot of crazy stuff going on in those.
That's a fact.
The only thing that novels do for me is like it just stimulates the imagination. Like you have to literally visualize everything exactly, and I feel like that's just gas for me. You know, it helped me a lot as a person. Like to keep my imagination, like the stuff that I think of on a daily. Like I could write stories for days. Like fire.
Okay, yeah, and I can agree with that because I've read some really, really good novels, and it's like literally as I'm reading, it literally feels like the movie reel is just scrolling through my head, and there's like pictures. And then
let them be descriptive about like what kind of characters you're reading about.
Good writing.
Yeah, like in a sense of like there's a book I'm reading right now that's called "You Look Better as a Ghost." And it's like set in like UK, so like everybody has those accents. So I'm reading the book in their accents and stuff. So it's really cool when they do that, when authors do that shit.
Okay. All right. So
I do agree on the whole visualization of novels. Like
that's fire.
My favorite book is like one of them as a kid is To Kill a Mockingbird.
I was literally gonna say,
To Kill a Mockingbird
one of the first books I ever read that I saw that started happening was that.
It's just some
like,
badass
we're going
kids.
To see Boo Radley.
It's just some badass kids. We just kicking and doing ignorant ass shit in reality. Like
shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
And then you hear the name
But we
Atticus
thinking
Finch.
everything is like.
And it's like, this man is fire.
I always
Who
thought
is
that was
this?
hard. His name was Atticus. I was like, yo, gas. And they said he was on the porch with a pipe thinking. I'm like, oh, this is a sophisticated ass.
He's pondering.
My fault though. I just had to throw that out there.
No, you good, man. You good. That's
the movie was good too.
That's
actually it was.
That shit hold up.
For me, since we just on that real quick, Pony Boys. I don't know if y'all.
I think I've read that.
Pony Boys was before that.
Before Outsiders? No shit.
Yeah, this is what got into that man.
That's dope. I didn't even know there was a prequel to the Outsiders.
Hey,
that's
look,
crazy.
they was throwing fisticuffs in that motherfucker.
Oh,
it ain't no pictures in that book, none. But every one of these, meetups and beat downs with said
it was straight Tokyo Revengers in that.
It was straight Tokyo Revengers in
The crazy thing about the Outsiders though, like them rich jock niggas wanted smoke, bro. Like they weren't. They weren't scary or nothing, bro. Like my dad will get you arrested. They were like, no, I'll go beat your ass by the fountain. What's up? Like,
yeah, no, they wanted all the smoke.
Like for real, bro. Shit is nuts.
So what you got, bro?
Oh yeah.
Do you prefer comics or regular books?
Yes. No, I'm just kidding. I prefer comics, unfortunately, but to other people, it's not unfortunate to me. That was for y'all.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
I read.
You good?
No, that wasn't a joke. No, I do like novels and all that good stuff. But I get bored easily. I can get bored really easily reading. Excuse me. And hell, there's certain comics I'll read like the first 6 pages and I'll flip the top corner of the page down. Like, yep, come back to that later because my brain hurts a little. So yeah. But on top of that though, it's just it's just more appealing to me. You know what I mean? Like it's more visually stimulating. You know what I mean? Like I have a very vivid imagination, but I can just get burnt out really fast too, though, because of it. And to be fully honest, the last like actual novel like I ever read was Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda, and that shit was dope. He brought some of the modern Hinduism practices to America back in like the 40s and stuff like that.
Dope as shit.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm definitely more of a comic book graphic novel guy than just regular novels though. But I do highly recommend you do find a good novel out there to read that you appreciate and stimulate yourself, man.
But I do agree with you on the whole, like, once you get deep in the comics, manga, whatever, like it's fights, it's scenes that it's like, whoa, this page is real complicated. Give me a second, like, I'm gonna come back. Like
That is Hell's Paradise for me.
I didn't been in the middle of a Black Clover panel that was like, let me go back a couple
One Piece
pages.
is like that,
like
too.
whoa, like it's a lot going on in these attacks, and you're talking in the middle. It's a bubble over here. It's a bubble. It's like, okay, give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Kaiju number 8 so bad, but I don't know where the manga, I mean not the manga, but the show stopped because I haven't watched it yet.
I can tell you where the show stopped.
Where does it stop?
So basically, you need
hold
to
up.
not talk about it because you way down there.
Yeah, I guarantee you were
All I
way
have
down
to
there.
say-
But the show stopped where, he pretty much. Man, all right, never mind.
Wow, right now.
Never mind.
I should
Never
keep
mind.
going.
He on episode 1.
Oh,
I
damn.
vouched.
Yeah.
He watched it
I agree.
without me.
I agree. We shouldn't
Okay,
say nothing.
then I
I'm
won't
with
say
you.
anything.
I'm with you.
I said
But-
I
leave
ain't
it where
gonna
it's
say
at.
nothing. We're gonna leave it where it's at. We're gonna move on. I really want to toss a random question in here for y'all. This was not in y'all's list. Just real quick, what was a novel series or even like a author or a series that had you in a chokehold for a while?
What do you mean? Oh no,
So,
I get it.
like-
No, I
Like a
had
book
to-
series?
Like a book series, an author, or a type of novel? Like what?
You had a phase of whatever.
Like that you just had a phase of, it was like, yeah, this
That's
got me in a
all.
chokehold right now.
Okay, so there's a trilogy called the Maybird series, and it's about a girl that's in like middle school, junior high, and she lives in this weird ass
Figured it out.
town called Brewery Swamp, and everybody who ever had went to this pond and fell in, nobody knows what happens to them. But then she goes to her abandoned post office and finds a letter with her name on it. It's addressed to her, to the manor that she lives in. And she goes and she gets basically plunged into like this whole world of ghosts and goblins and ghouls, and then this one man called the Boogeyman is looking for her, but he's of course dangerous because he turns people into nothingness. And of course, if she doesn't make it back to her world, she's lost there forever.
That sounds kind of dope.
Okay.
She rolls with a hairless cat named Somber Kitty.
Now that low-key
She's an
would be a
outcast
good
kid.
live-action adaptation.
It's really dope. And by the end, she's the warrior princess. And
That's
she's
dope.
taking
It's
shit
like
down.
it's like advocation for the weird kid for the
That's fire.
no, that's dope.
That's fire.
Sound like it's okay.
Bro.
It's good.
What had you in a chokehold at a point, man?
Series?
Yeah, like a novel. It ain't gotta be a series, novel, book, author, like a type of book.
Okay, I told her this. Like when I was growing up, like, so the first thing I started reading was like non-fiction shit. Like that was just it for me. Like whatever I can get my hand on as a kid. Like, so how you had the process of like, I didn't know this shit was like this. For me, it was, my translation was like, I knew about the imaginative shit. I didn't know motherfuckers was putting real shit in books. I'm like, that's a fact.
Yeah, like this happens.
This real? That shit hit different for me. I'm like, I want to read now. Like they can give me all the real books. Like that's how I felt as a kid. Like
That's what's up.
I'm in motherfucking library. You know, you had the class. They like, what level books you want to put? I want the red dot shit. I want the high.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want the non-fiction
yeah.
shit, bro. I want that shit look good as hell.
Kids today don't know about AR books, man.
You hear me? So, but yeah, man, non-fiction shit, period. That's how I got to my whole journey of getting into what she is like way more adverse in now, like healthy books and like autobiographies, like you mentioned, and memoirs, quotes, philosophers. You know what I'm saying? I got into this whole thing, the Emerald Tablet.
Oh yeah, they were trying to
You know what I'm saying?
Some dope shit,
the what is it called? Basically all the stuff on the Anunnaki, like a lot of different books, a lot of different stuff that was like, I won't say the Anunnaki stuff was facts. That's debatable to people. I won't do all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it took me on a whole journey to get me to where I am now about the laws of power. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff about how you navigate society, how you navigate people. It definitely gave me a different
You ever read the
understanding. No, I haven't.
That's a good one.
We have
Rich
the
Dad
book,
Poor
though.
Dad
I
is
read
one of my
it.
favorites. Rich
Very
Dad Poor
nice.
Dad. If y'all haven't checked that out, check that
Anything
out.
by Deepak Chopra, anything by Pablo Coelho.
Yeah.
Gas.
Yeah. Rich Dad Poor Dad is
What,
highly recommended.
What was
Like chokehold? Like, nah, this what I'm reading right now, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, Green Arrow. Oh God.
No. I
was
said
locked
a
in.
novel. Novel.
That's 75 years worth of comic books in that. I read that thing in its entirety
Okay.
in 2 months.
I mean like actual book.
Oh, actual book.
Like
book?
actual
Okay.
book.
Yeah, I liked a lot.
My man said, don't call that not a what.
That would probably be. What's that one they had us read back in middle school? Some of y'all not middle school, but whatever. Oh boy, Hatchet.
Hatchet was
I
fire.
reread that shit after we passed the test.
Hatchet
after
was
we passed
fire.
the test, I reread that shit.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was asleep on Hatchet because it had a slow build up, but then it was like, wait a minute, yo, this is fire.
This was Teenage Castaway.
Yeah,
Like it was like, yo, this shit is dope.
That was definitely one of those books you had to read in class. I definitely read that in Kennedy.
Yeah, once I was done,
fire.
I went back to it though. I definitely did. There's a sequel
Kennedy,
to that wasn't very good.
That's where I went to middle school.
Shout out them Kennedy Braves.
Yeah, man, y'all gave us some good reading criteria.
Yeah, man, King, man.
Miss Mimiga, if you ever see this video, I just want
King
you to
middle
know
grade
you changed
school
my
it
life
is,
for
man.
books.
Shout out to the King middle grade schoolers, man.
Y'all put us on books.
I don't know
Man,
about Kennedy. I'm just saying.
For me, outside of those, I had probably 3 different eras of chokeholds. First one, Harry Potter. Harry Potter had me in a chokehold.
I wanted to say that, but I only read the first book, so I couldn't say.
I read every Harry Potter.
I felt like I got
Harry
through a
Potter.
workout after that book. That motherfucker's so thick, bro.
And they only get bigger.
They only get bigger
I'm like,
Harry Potter had me in a chokehold.
But no, the books is better though.
Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events had me in a chokehold.
Nah, that's something I forgot.
I was so the Netflix series
really
was
good.
And the books was way better.
No, I agree.
Way better.
No, the books is better. That's still good.
the series
The
though?
Jim Carrey movie
Yeah.
is good. The series is fucking good. Like all that shit is good, bro.
All this multimedia came out.
Because what was crazy, I started at the Hostile Hospital first. Somebody gave that to me. My librarian was like,
I haven't heard of that one.
The Hostile Hospital?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's number 10. My librarian gave me that and was like, hey, because I was, like you, always in the library at school. And she's like, hey, read this. And I was like, okay, what is it? And she's like, just read it, come back to me later. I was like, okay. I finished that book in 2 days. I was like, yo, this is fire. Where's the rest of this? I need it.
Oh,
I was over here like, I need it. Like,
Yeah.
bruh.
Speaking of which, we are reading a series right now that he is getting upset with me about. It's called Die Dark. It is a manga.
That sounds cool.
It is beautiful. It's
written by
by
the lady
Q
that wrote
Hayashida. Yeah, they made Doro Hidoro, if I'm correct. The alligator face motherfucker on Netflix. That is good as well. If anybody haven't checked that out.
I love that lady's mind.
The last phase of my chokeholds, real quick, and we can jump back into the actual script here.
Yeah, because we took a while on this jump off.
Hey,
Books
this
will
was
do
good
it.
though. This was good.
Books will do it to you.
Bruh, anything by Zane had me in a chokehold in my high school years. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. You can blame my mom. Moms, you did that. Hey,
It's something about Zane books and Black Mamas.
Hey,
That's that freaky shit, wasn't
Bro,
it?
hey,
I'm like, I'm
But
trying to
listen.
process. I'm like, I knew it.
hey. But
Yeah.
some of those stories,
We
like
speaking to a certain demographic right now. Like,
Hey,
That was-
listen, some of them stories in them Zane books, minus all the X-rated BS,
Some of them were kind of solid.
bruh,
Yeah.
crazy.
bro, that's what people got them for,
Crazy.
bro. If you
No.
thought of Zane, they was on that.
No, bro.
It was
They
on
wanted to
that.
read some
Listen,
freaky-
listen.
That's what.
Listen.
Smut.
Forget
You hear
all
me?
the freaky deaky. Read Nervous by Zane. Fire. The storyline is crazy.
Is it something popping in there though?
Is it what?
Is it in there though?
Oh, it's in there. It's in there. Don't get me wrong. It's in there.
No, but
But-
I'm saying that's what makes the distinction of Zane. Besides the
Yeah.
fact that it's a good
It's
story,
erotica.
Muggs is getting it popping in her.
Hey.
And then back to the story. You know what I'm
They-
saying? Like
they-
they're gonna find a way to, oh my God, he got shot. But,
But
hey,
but
bounce
it's-
these cheeks.
but-
though.
hey,
You
but
know what I mean? Like
It's not as much erotica that it overpowers the story.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Like
so well.
there
You're not wrong
there
with that.
is story,
But it
and
is
then
very
there's the bounce them cheeks, you know. It just,
Jesus Christ.
but yeah, man. Nervous by Zane, y'all. Check that out.
Spider-Man
Let's
Chronicles.
let's move on, man. Let's
Chokehold
move on. Let's
series.
jump back into it. I just wanted to pick y'all brains on some book shit, man. Book, like you said, books will do it to you, man. Books will do it to you. So, who is your favorite author?
I'm gonna get mine out of the way. Pardon me.
Oh no, do your thing.
I can't really be decisive on that, so I got three people: Jeff Johns, Alan Moore, and Grant Morrison. Jeff Johns is responsible for the likes of Blackest Night, Doomsday Clock, dude, just a bunch of gas. Just put it that way.
he said a whole bunch of that shit.
Alan Moore, what need I say more? It's fucking, he created Watchmen, Batman, The Killing Joke, fucking, dude's the truth, V for Vendetta. Come on.
Hey, yeah, V for Vendetta was fire.
And Grant Morrison, so I like he's done a lot of cool stuff. He did a lot of stuff for DC during their New 52 stage as well. But I like his run on Batman Incorporated. That concept was,
I think that's probably one of the only ones I probably haven't gotten into.
so hard. It was written by Grant Morrison. Bruce was going all over the world looking for people who could get close to besting him in combat and had tech savvy ways and had some kind of military or law enforcement background to recruit them to be Batman. So that way they could be a Batman wherever he's needed. And somebody found out about this plan and immediately went to Japan and found the first guy he ever recruited. and had to put the beats on him and killed him. And Bruce found out about it, and he had to go find all the other Batmans that's incorporated with him so he could either save them or find out who's doing it. That shit was raw as fuck. Like, for real, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, one of the best Batman runs I ever read, next to Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. So yeah, those are my three. If I had to pick, yeah, those guys, absolutely.
Okay.
Beautiful. You know, it's new, not new, but they just did some new Nightwing shit.
Yo, oh
Nightwing
yeah,
shit.
it's good. It's nominated for like 11 fucking book awards.
Yeah, and he like grown as fuck now with a big ass beard and shit.
He's training with Lady Shiva and fucking Nanda Parbat with the League of Shadows. It's so raw. Bro.
Yeah.
It's so raw. And Bruce found out about it. He pulled up the Bloodhaven, and niggas was like,
"Bro, I seen it online."
Nightwing for murder. And he's like, "Nigga, what?" And then he's all like, "Oh, y'all think y'all just gonna overthrow Bloodhaven? No, y'all need a Nightwing." So Bruce was like, "No, Dick would have did it for me. Is Nightwing for Bloodhaven right now in Dick's absence while he finds himself and gets his training done. Bruce Wayne is Nightwing right now, currently."
Beautiful.
It's so raw.
Beautiful.
It's so fucking
beautiful.
raw, bro.
Monty, what you got going on over there? What you got? Favorite author?
Right now, Q Hayashida, The Lady's Mind is just like everything for me. Like,
Shift kids.
and Miss Marjorie Liu, the Night Eaters novel right here. She was responsible, I cannot remember exactly which X-Men novels, but she helped write them. And her mind, the things that these two ladies the things that they come up with, she also is responsible for another graphic novel called Monstrous. And just complete fire, man. What I like about these is like it's feminine heroine, and they're not holding no punches. Now Q Hayashida, and I know with Dorohedoro and stuff like that, male lead kind of or whatever, but still, just the story building, the whole power setup, the relationships between the characters. Like, to me personally, she found a perfect way to like web dark, like goriness with like comedy and like normativity. Like, it's just so grand. Like, you never get bored watching that.
I ain't gonna mention your man that did all the who was it? Jack Skeleton and all that and shit.
Oh, I mean, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how
He's the man.
yeah. I mean, I was yeah. Tim
that's
is.
how man.
I'm hollering. Yes, I love anything Tim Burton. Honestly, he just.
He cool though.
But I mean, the stuff that he comes up with though, like,
Oh, no,
I just appreciate because how I look at authors, I look at them
is
as
that
like
more
they're
of a
artists.
director?
Except
Or-
instead of
Yeah.
drawing pictures,
I believe he has
they
to-
create
My fault,
all of that with words, you know. So I appreciate their artistry, and that's why I feel like, me personally, unless the book was just like that drab, I've personally never have come across a book that I was just like, I couldn't get through it because I didn't like it. Because honestly,
You
if this is
understand
what
what
they meant it to be, I'm looking at it, you know, from their perspective and what they envisioned it, you know. Because I mean, I don't know about some people, but I sometimes go and look at what authors say, like what they intended for these books to be. I've even gotten some like ARCs, which are advanced reader copies, which are like the books that come out before the actual released book that's been edited and everything. And you know,